1987 Philippine Constitution 1. Part 3. Article 4. Citizenship. Citizen refers to a person that is legally recognized as a member of a democratic state. When referring to a person, what is national? It refers to a person who is a member of any country, whether democratic or not. Who are citizens of the Philippines under the 1987 Constitution? Those who are citizens of the Philippines at the time of the adoption of this Constitution. Those whose fathers or mothers are citizens of the Philippines. Those born before January 17, 1973, of Filipino mothers, who elect Philippine citizenship upon reaching the age of majority, and those who are naturalized in accordance with law. Natural-born citizens are those who are citizens of the Philippines from birth without having to perform any act to acquire or perfect their Philippine citizenship. Those who elect Philippine citizenship in accordance with Paragraph 3, Section 1, Article 4, shall be deemed natural-born citizens. What is a naturalized citizen? It refers to a foreign-born individual, who has met all the requirements of becoming a citizen of a country, by virtue of the Immigration and Naturalization Act. Naturalization is defined as the legal act or process by which a non-citizen of a country may acquire citizenship or nationality of that country. Can citizenship be lost? Philippine citizenship may be lost or reacquired in the manner provided by law. Can I lose my citizenship when I marry a foreigner? Citizens of the Philippines who marry aliens shall retain their citizenship, unless by their act or omission they are deemed, under the law, to have renounced it. Dual citizenship is defined as a status of an individual who is a citizen of two or more countries. What is dual allegiance? It refers to the situation in which a person simultaneously owes loyalty to two or more states. Is dual allegiance of citizens allowed? It is not allowed, because it is inimical to the national interest and shall be dealt with by law. What law is RA 9225? RA 9225, or the Citizenship Retention and Reacquisition Act of 2003, is a law granting natural-born Filipinos who lost their Philippine citizenship through the process of naturalization in a foreign country, the opportunity to retain or reacquire their Philippine Citizenship and Reacquisition Act. 2 International doctrines in citizenship. 1. Jus soli, acquisition of citizenship on the basis of place of birth. 2. Jus sanguinis, acquisition of citizenship by blood relationship. Article 5. Suffrage. What is suffrage? Latin word suffragium, is the right to vote in public, political elections. Who may exercise the right of suffrage? Suffrage may be exercised by a. All citizens of the Philippines. B. not otherwise disqualified by law. C. Who are at least 18 years of age. D. And who shall have resided in the Philippines for at least 1 year, and in the place wherein they propose to vote, for at least 6 months immediately preceding the election. Absentee voting means the process by which qualified citizens of the Philippines abroad exercise their right to vote. Who are disqualified to vote? The following shall be disqualified from voting. 1. Those who have lost their Filipino citizenship. 2. Those who have expressly renounced their Philippine citizenship and who have pledged allegiance to a foreign country. 3. Those who have committed and are convicted in a final judgment by a court or tribunal of an offense punishable by imprisonment of not less than 1 year. 4. An immigrant or a permanent resident abroad. 5. Any citizen of the Philippines abroad previously declared insane or incompetent by competent authority in the Philippines or abroad. What is a two-party system? It is a system in which two major political parties dominate voting in all elections at every level of government elected positions. What is a multi-party system? It is a political system in which multiple political parties across the political spectrum run for national election, and all have the capacity to gain control of government offices. Article 6. The Legislative Department. 3 branches of government. Legislative branch, Congress. Executive branch, President. Judicial branch, Supreme Court and other regular courts. What is a presidential system of government? It is a form of government in which the president leads an executive branch that is separate from the legislative and judicial branches. What is principle of checks and balances? It is a principle of government under which separate branches are empowered to prevent actions by other branches. What is principle of separation of powers? It is a principle in presidential system of government, wherein legislation belongs to Congress, execution to the executive, and settlement of legal controversies to the judiciary. 2 houses of Congress. A. House of Senate, or Upper House. B. House of Representatives, or Lower House. Composition of Upper House. 24 senators. Composition of Lower House. A. Not more than 250 members. B. At least 20% of party list representatives. Qualifications of a senator. 1. Natural-born citizen. 2. At least 35 years of age. 3. Able to read and write. 4. A registered voter, and 5. A resident of the Philippines for not less than 2 years immediately preceding the day of the election. Qualifications of a member of the House of Representatives. 1. Natural-born citizen of the Philippines. 2. At least 25 years of age. 3. able to read and write. 4. A registered voter, and 5. A resident of the Philippines for not less than 2 years immediately preceding the day of the election. Term of office of a senator: 6 years. No senator shall serve for more than 2 consecutive terms. Term of office of a member of the House of Representatives: 3 years. No member of the House of Representatives shall serve for more than 3 consecutive terms. Regular election of the senators and the members of the House of Representatives, when, unless otherwise provided by law, the regular election of the senators and the members of the House of Representatives shall be held on the second Monday of May. What is parliamentary immunity? It guarantees the legislator complete freedom of expression without fear of being made responsible in criminal or civil actions before the courts or any other forum outside of the Congressional Hall. What are the 2 parliamentary immunities under the Constitution? 1. Immunity from arrest in all offenses punishable by not more than 6 years imprisonment. 2. Immunity from suit for any speech or debate in the Congress or in any committee thereof. Prohibition to appear personally as counsel. No senator or member of the House of Representatives may personally appear as counsel before any court of justice or before the electoral tribunals, or quasi-judicial and other administrative bodies. Prohibition on senator or member of the House of Representatives to have financial interest. Neither shall he, directly or indirectly, be interested financially in any contract with, or in any franchise or special privilege granted by the government, or any subdivision, agency, or instrumentality thereof, including any government-owned or controlled corporation, or its subsidiary, during his term of office. Officers in the Upper House. 1. Senate President Pro Tempore. 2. Majority Floor Leader. 3. Minority Floor Leader. 4. Sergeant at Arms. Composition of Senate Electoral Tribunal, SET. 9 members, 3 justices of the Supreme Court and 6 senators. Composition of House of Representatives Electoral Tribunal, HRET. 9 members, 3 justices of the Supreme Court and 6 representatives. Composition of House of Representatives Electoral Tribunal, HRET. 9 members, 3 justices of the Supreme Court and 6 representatives. Function of Electoral Tribunal, ET. Shall be the sole judge of all contests relating to the election, returns, and qualifications of their respective members. Composition of Commission on Appointments, CA. A. Senate President as ex officio chairman. B. 12 senators. C. 12 members of the House of Representatives. Function of the Commission on Appointments is to confirm or deny nominations or appointments submitted to it by the President. What is ad interim appointment? is an appointment made by the President when Congress is in recess. The ad interim appointment shall be effective, permanent, and complete, until disapproval by the Commission on Appointments or until the next adjournment of the Congress. What is recess? It refers to the period when Congress is not in session. What is caucus? It is an en banc meeting, usually held prior to a plenary session, to thresh out controversial matters relative to the confirmation of a nominee or appointee. What is a committee hearing? It is an open to the public meeting conducted by a standing committee, to consider the merit and fitness, and, if any, hear complaints or oppositions filed against a nominee or appointee. What is a plenary session? It is an en banc session of the Commission wherein the committees, through their chairs, formally endorse their recommendations. What is regular appointment? Is the act of giving a particular job or position to someone. In the government, it follows the following stages. 1. Nomination. 2. Consent. 3. Appointment. 4. Acceptance by the nominee. Is the validity of ad interim appointment permanent? Ad interim appointment ceases to be valid upon disapproval by the Commission on Appointments or, if not confirmed, until the next adjournment of Congress. What is veto? Is the refusal by the President to sign a bill. What is pocket veto? Is a means by which the President can reject a bill when Congress is not in session, by not signing it or by just ignoring it. What is gerrymandering? Drawing congressional districts, often in unusual ways, to favor one political party or group over another. What is a standing committee? It's a permanent committee maintained by Congress from session to session. What is filibuster? Is an attempt to keep long debate open in order to stall a vote on a bill. What is a lobbyist? They are the people hired by private groups to help influence government decision makers. What is franking privilege? It refers to the privilege of senators and members of the House of Representatives, to send job-related mails without paying any postage fee. Meaning of constituents. Constituents are citizens whom a legislator has been elected to represent. To legislate means to make laws. President Pro Tempore is the officer in charge in the absence of the Senate President. What is a bicameral legislature? It's a lawmaking body of government consisting of two houses, namely, a Senate and a House of Representatives. What is a unicameral legislature? It is a lawmaking body of government consisting of a single house. What is expulsion? Is the removal of a person from an institution or organization. What is a subcommittee? Standing committees are divided into smaller committees known as subcommittees. What is a select committee? It is a temporary committee appointed for a specific purpose, formed to investigate a particular issue, incident, or scandal. What is a joint committee? It is a committee consisting of members of both houses, the Senate, and the House of Representatives. What is a conference committee? It is a temporary committee of members of both houses, created to resolve differences in House and Senate versions of a bill. What are bills? Bills are proposed laws introduced by a senator or congressman in Congress. To convene means to begin. What is recess? It is a temporary suspension of business or session in Congress. To adjourn means to suspend operations until the start of the next congressional session. Special session is a congressional meeting called to deal with some emergency situation. What is session? The period of time during which Congress assembles and conducts business. To apportion means to distribute. Reportion means to redistribute. Incumbent means the person who currently holds a political office. The term unconstitutional means a violation of a provision of the Constitution, and therefore illegal and of no effect. What is judicial review? The power of a court to determine whether a government action is constitutional or not. What is rule of law? The principle that government and its officers must always obey the laws of the land. What is an oversight committee? It's a committee appointed to supervise or inspect government operations, especially the spending of funds. What is oversight function? Is a process by which Congress, through its oversight committees, ensures that executive branch agencies are carrying out the policies that Congress has set by law. The term floor consideration means the process of considering and acting upon a proposed measure or bill on the floor of the House or the Senate. Partisan means a lawmaker acts in accordance with their party platform and party leaders. The term delegate refers to a lawmaker who acts as the agent of the people who elected him or her, even if it means going against his or her own views. In election, at large means an election system in which candidates are elected by the entire voters of a country, rather than by a single district. How does a bill become a law? A bill will become a law under the following instances. 1. When the President approves the bill and signs it. 2. When Congress overrides the presidential veto. 3. When the President fails to act on the bill for 30 days. Committee's action on bills. After a bill is introduced, it is referred to a committee for consideration. If a committee decides to consider a bill, it holds hearings and rewrites it. If a majority of the committee approves the bill, it then goes to House or Senate for consideration. Presidential action on bills. If both Senate and House pass the bill, it goes to the President. President can sign the bill or veto it. If signed, it becomes law. If the President vetoes the bill, it can still become law if 2/3 of all the members of the House where it originated approve. What is cloture? It is a procedure to cut off debate on the plenary and to proceed to voting on a bill. What is a rider? It is an amendment to a bill that has no connection to subject matter of the bill. What is the so-called power of the purse? It is the power of the legislative branch to control spending by executive branch. What is pork barrel legislation? It is a legislation that provides funding for projects in a senator's or representative's home district. What is log rolling legislation? A form of support to another member's proposed legislation in return for his or her support of your legislation. It refers to exchange of political favors. To earmark means, in a bill or law, it refers to money designated for a specific project in a specific place. What is impoundment? It refers to the refusal by the President to spend funds made available to him by Congress in a budget. What are non-legislative powers of Congress? 1. Congress has the power to remove from office impeachable government officials. 2. Congress, through the Commission on Appointments, can approve or reject appointee of the President. 3. Congress needs to concur with any amnesty granted by the President. 4. Senate power to canvass election returns of President and Vice President. Investigative powers of Congress. Congressional committees can investigate activities of executive branch. Investigations can expose illegal or questionable activities to the public. Investigations provide check on the power of executive branch. Executive powers of Congress. Senate must approve all treaties the executive branch negotiates by a majority vote. Senate must approve appointments of key government officials of the government. Constitutional amendment powers of Congress. Amendments to the Constitution can be initiated by Congress if passed by 3/4 of all its members. Impeachment powers of Congress. Congress can impeach and then, if found guilty, remove from office the 1. President. 2. Vice President. 3. Justices of the Supreme Court. 4. Members of the Constitutional Commissions. 5. The Ombudsman. Bills that shall originate exclusively from the lower house. 1. Appropriation bills. 2. Revenue or tariff bills. 3. Bills authorizing increase of the public debt. 4. Bills of local application, and 5. Private bills. Requirements of 3 readings of bill. No bill passed by either house shall become a law unless it has passed 3 readings on separate days. What is the rule of taxation in the country? The rule of taxation shall be uniform and equitable. The Congress shall evolve a progressive system of taxation. What is a progressive system of taxation? A progressive tax is based on the taxpayer's ability to pay. The higher the income, the higher the tax; the lower the income, the lower the tax. Institutions entitled to tax exemptions. Charitable institutions. Churches and parsonages or convents appurtenant thereto. Mosques, non-profit cemeteries. All lands, buildings, and improvements actually, directly, and exclusively used for religious, charitable, or educational purposes. Requirement before money shall be paid out of the Treasury. No money shall be paid out of the Treasury except in pursuance of an appropriation made by law. Can a public money be appropriated for the benefit of a particular religion? No public money or property shall be appropriated, applied, paid, or employed, directly or indirectly, for the use, benefit, or support of any sect, church, denomination, sectarian institution, or system of religion. Can a law be passed allowing the President to grant royalty to a particular individual? No law granting a title of royalty or nobility shall be enacted. Meaning of initiative is the power of the people to propose amendments to the Constitution, or to propose and enact legislations through an election called for the purpose. Kinds of initiative. 1. Initiative on the Constitution. 2. Initiative on the statute. 3. Initiative on local legislation. Meaning of referendum is a direct and universal vote in which an entire electorate is invited to vote on a particular proposal. Can Congress pass a law authorizing any transfer of appropriations? No law shall be passed authorizing any transfer of appropriations. Officers authorized by law to transfer appropriations. 1. President. 2. Senate President. 3. Speaker of the House of Representatives. 4. Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, and 5. Heads of Constitutional Commissions. Meaning of enrolled bill. The final copy of a bill or joint resolution which has passed both chambers in identical form. Meaning of quorum is the minimum number of voting members who must be present at a meeting in order to conduct. Kinds of session in Congress. 1. Regular session, convened every year beginning on the fourth Monday of July. A regular session can last until 30 days before the opening of its next regular session in the succeeding year. 2. Special session, are usually held between regular legislative sessions to handle emergencies or urgent matters. Meaning of resolution in Congress. Resolution is the official expression of the opinion, or will of a legislative body. Types of congressional resolutions. The three types of resolutions: joint resolutions, simple resolutions, and concurrent resolutions.